What's up, everybody? Okay. This episode was so and so for me. I don't know why. It was good though. Decent. Um, okay. John McBain. Him and Dante only been working together for one day, and already I'm irritated with them as partners. One is bad than the other, but they both get on my nerves right about now. Um, they are so like here's they got so their views on the law is so much alike. They bend the rules when it suits them, but they uphold the law when it don't benefit them, which is kind of dumb. I'm like, you're a cop. You're not supposed to bend the rules anyway. Robert, I just don't like the way they be. To me, it just feel like I just feel like they're being a little disrespectful to Robert in a way. I just feel like that. I don't know why. I just feel just kind of the way they talk to him and stuff. It just like he ain't nobody. First they say he's respected, but then y'all talk to him and treat him like he ain't shit. First of all, John McBain, Dante, y'all newbies to General Hospital. Okay, yeah, Dante been around for 3 years. But when it comes down to Robert, you're a newbie. Robert been in this bitch for 30 years. Over 20 years. Y'all newbies. First of all. But as far as this partnership is concerned, Dante should take the lead in Port Charles as far as the PCPD is concerned, because John is, like I said, he's a newbie. Like, you're a newbie to Port Charles. You shouldn't really insert yourself. I can understand, John got the experience, more experience than Dante, because trust me, John do got more experience than Dante. Because John was an FBI agent for 12 years. He used to be chief of detective / lieutenant of the LPD. And now he's just a regular detective of the PCPD. So it is kind of a hell of a come down from the FBI. I'm just saying. It does kind of seem, if you look at his background, it do kind of seem like he's slumming it in Port Charles. If you think about it. Because he used to be actually the commissioner of Landview Police. Remember when Bo got fired in 2008? John was temporarily the interim commissioner. So in a way, he's slumming it. He's like one of the best cops, so I will give him that. But he is crooked, just like Dante. Remember in 2008 when Marty Saybrook on One Life to Live, I don't know if y'all remember the storyline. It was the end of 2008, close to the end. When Todd, formerly played by Trevor St. John, when he had Marty in his house because she lost her memory, John McBain found out about that, busted in Todd's house, shot the bodyguard who didn't have a gun on him, mind you. He pretty much murdered the guy because the guy didn't have a gun, and John straight up shot him and killed him. And then he beat the living shit out of Victor Lord Jr., formerly known as Todd Manning. Beat the shit out of him. That's police brutality, because Victor didn't even resist arrest. So John should have been brought up on charges for that. And like I said before, how many times has he been the rules for Cole Thornhout, the town fuck up? Now let's talk about Dante. You throw your brother under the bus to protect your father. You lie and perjure yourself to protect your father. You killed the Vulcan son. Well, you didn't kill the Vulcan son, but you covered it up to protect Brenda. That's against the law. So, but they won't let Robert Scorpio go so he can protect their boss, Anna Devane. That's stupid. I don't get why they just couldn't let Robert go. And then they got him walking around the police department in handcuffs like he's a hardened criminal. I just felt like that was just disrespect. He's a legend. Robert Scorpio is definitely a legend. it didn't surprise me that mcbain knew Cesar faison. That didn't surprise me because, like, you know, everybody know, of course, John mcbain was with the FBI for 12 years, so of course he would know who all the crime lords are, especially when they're on the FBI most wanted list. And faison has definitely been on that list for a long time. So of course it didn't shock me. But I just feel like the tag team of Dante and John mcbain is not that interesting. It's starting to piss me off already because they're so self-righteous when it comes down to police work. Anyway, Olivia and Lulu had me on the fucking floor. Like, seriously, Lulu is crazy with the hormones. Like how she's so hormonal because of that treatment and stuff like that. That shit was funny. Um, she ain't even pregnant yet. Well, they haven't even, did the stuff yet. And those hormones, let me tell you something, Dante, seriously, if I was him, I would call Anna, ask for extra hours at the PCPD. I wouldn't even came home tonight. Because I can tell you, Lulu, with them hormones, she's going to be a bitch on wheels. It's going to be Hurricane Lulu, I'm telling you. Then you got Hurricane Maxie, because Maxie was acting hormonal too over some damn sugar. This shit was crazy. But the funniest part, though, was the fact that Olivia had a vision of Lulu holding a dog. It was a nice looking dog. It wasn't an ugly dog. I mean, it was a nice looking, I'm not sure what to make of that vision with the dog. Maybe it's a sign that Lulu may find a dog and want to adopt it, or I don't know what the hell to make of that vision. Maybe it's just a random vision that she had that don't mean shit. Who knows? Only time will tell. I hope it ain't nothing gonna be wrong with this baby, because we done wasted enough time on this baby storyline where we could be getting some drama in with Dante and Lulu, but so there better be a baby, a real healthy child. Because I know Ron and Frank don't like kids. That's probably why they're still virgins. I'm just saying. But that shit had me rolling on how she just kept crying. It kind of looked like Julie Bergman. It looked like, the girl who played Lulu. It looked like she was trying to make herself cry a little, even harder, a little bit more. Like, it kind of seemed that way, the way she closed her eyes and squeezed tight on her eyes, like, try to make it, the tears come down more. But it was a funny scene, though. She was just crying over anything. I was like, wow. Maxie, she really has not changed. Maxie is still Maxie. I'm like, this is why her actions today. This is why I'm glad Spinelli chose Ellie over her, because soon as Spinelli comes up to Maxie, she blowing him off, acting mad stank and rude and disrespectful towards him. I'm like, see, this is why she has not matured yet, and she's still, just a bitch on wheels. I'm like, if she was really changed, then when Spinelli chose Ellie over her, what she should have said and did was she should have respected his decision. She should have told him that and wished him well and congratulated him and moved the fuck on for the time being. But see, she's showing that childish side of her that I don't like, because Maxie is very childish and her actions are just proving it. And she just continues to have stank attitudes with him. This is why I'm glad that he chose Ellie. And then she was nothing but rude to Ellie. Like, the shit that she said to Ellie was just crazy. How she said that Ellie should enjoy this victory while it lasts because her and Spinelli are soulmates, and I was like, wow. And then she tried to blame that on the hormones. I'm like, that was not the hormones talking. You were talking from you. Those weren't the hormones. I'm like, Maxie is just so petty. She is, I think in my mind, she's doing this surrogacy thing, not only for Dante and Lulu. A part of her is doing this for Dante and Lulu, but another part of her is doing this for herself. Because I think this has a lot to do with Spinelli, in my opinion. Everybody should know that. Um, but the way she was yelling about the sugar, that shit had me rolling. I was like, wow. Um, the scenes with TJ, Molly, and Connie, oh my goodness. Connie is so fucking crazy, but she's funny crazy though. I'm kind of over it, like with this Kate Connie DID bullshit. But Connie is bringing it though. She is so much better than Kate because Kate is just too bougie and stuffy, and it gets on my nerves. But this Connie is hella funny on this show. It's fucked up what she doing though. Stealing that girl manuscript, like that was months of work. Like it is not easy writing a 387-page book. That is not easy. That is hard as fuck. And she wrote it and put her heart into it, and for her to steal it, which is crazy. Oh, somebody gave me a website, a spoiler in the comments yesterday. Amazon.com. Go to Amazon.com, type in love. What is it? Love in Maine or Love of Maine or something like that. Whatever Molly's book name is. And look at the name. It says Love of Maine, I think, by Connie Falconeri. That shit had me rolling. I was like, they really put this on Amazon.com. So shout out to the person that sent me that in the comments because I enjoyed looking at it. But yeah, it is so fucked up. But it was funny how Molly just stepped on TJ foot. I'm like, that is so damn wrong. But I like how they conned it though. How they got an internship at Manning Enterprises to try to snoop around. So now I guess Molly is trying to become the next Nancy Drew. It's gonna be fun to watch that though. The scenes with Star and Johnny wasn't really interested in this because it is time for this whole truth to come out about him shooting Anthony Zaccara, about the Cole and Hope death. It's just been dragging the fuck along, and it's annoying. Like they need to hurry up and do something with the storyline. Johnny is boring. I am so sick. He's just like, here's two options for Johnny's character, because I don't see no other redeeming quality in this storyline or with Johnny the character. I think here's the two options. One, he can either call Sonny, have him kill him and put him in the pine barrens, wishful thinking. Or two, he can go to Pentonville and become someone's man whore. Either way, you're not going to stick around in Port Charles for much longer, I doubt it. So those are his options at this point, because there's no way in hell he's escaping on these charges if they get proof. There's absolutely no way. But who knows? His character can go either way. I'm not sure how long Johnny is going to stick around PC. I'm not sure. But I just can't wait for this all to be done, because this shit been dragging out for a year. Like a year and a half pretty much. Like they need to be done with this storyline. Anyway, Todd was so rude to Molly when he stormed out of the cafe. That was just dead wrong. Like, that is the nicest girl. He was just so rude. I was like, Todd need to go sit down. Him trying to hire Spinelli to work for him, I was like, whether Todd, Todd is my favorite, but I gotta call it like it is. He claims that everybody should just leave that baby switching thing alone, but I'm like, even though Sam got her kid back, she went months without her son. Like, you should pay for that. Like, in some way, form, fashion, you should pay for that. Maybe not by going to jail, but by something bad. You know what I mean? Like, he just need to pay for that shit. Because she went months without her son. Jason went months without his son. That was just fucked up and cruel. And I am glad Spinelli decided not to work for him out of loyalty to Jason and out of loyalty to Sam. And I commend Spinelli for that, because you know what? Even though Todd is hella funny, I still can't get behind him for that. I'm still against that because it was fucked up. Duke, well, Faison. So I guess his plans are not working. So now his plan is to have Anna go to Switzerland with him. He's probably going to try to pull a Mitch Lawrence and do electroshock therapy on her, electroshock treatment to wipe out her memory, so that way she'll fall in love with Faison, with him instead of Duke. So he's probably gonna try to wipe out her memory or whatever. But if everybody saw the video promo for this week, you already know shit is about to go down in Port Charles. Well, in Switzerland. Because half the town already know Faison practically alive. They already, well, they know half the fucking town. AJ, the cops, you know, everybody pretty much already know. So there is no denying it. He can't deny it for much longer. Anna, I am so pissed that they are dumbing her down, but I think she know damn well Faison is alive. She's not sure if it's one person, but I know she's on to one by now, just by the questions and the unsureness in her. So finally, smart Anna hopefully is coming back. I think once she get Robin back, she'll return to being smart. So hopefully, cause this Faison shit, Faison already know his dumb ass is going down. I can't stand that nurse, that lady that he worked with. She is so hideous, like her fat self. She looks so disgusting. Like she look like Honey Boo Boo mother. If you don't know who Honey Boo Boo is, I suggest you go on Google and look that up. And look at her mother. Anyway, I can't wait for tomorrow's episode though. Tomorrow's episode should be good, hopefully. And if I was, and I hope Ellie, like seriously, Ellie, I know that she wants to play the nice girl and stuff like that, but she needs to get tough with Maxie. Like none of that nice girl shit. Get tough. Because Maxie, she definitely tried it with her today. She tried it. Maxie definitely was very nasty and rude to that girl. And that girl was still nice to her even after you tried to take her man away from her. She still was nice to an extent. So hopefully everything get worked out. Just in case you're wondering about these presents and Christmas stuff falling down in the screen, you know, it's December, Christmas time. So anyway, I hope everybody have a great night. See y'all tomorrow.